Oh, where do I begin waxing eloquent about you, Nicki Beisel, aka the Nixter? Perhaps I would start by relaying what a tender, gentle advisor you were to me. For example, when you wrote the words "no shit" in the margins of a paper I was writing during my second year in the graduate program. Gosh, you have such a wonderful, magical way with words. Or I could start by recounting how you, as a friend and also fashion advisor, told me that you couldn't take me seriously with a summer tan, or conversely, when you told me I looked too bougie in the classically tailored coat I showed up in the department with, one that I was quite proud of, actually. It only took me until later to realize how ironic it was to be called too bougie by an advisor who would go on to own two horses. But in any case, of course, I wouldn't start with those recollections. That'd be tacky, and you know I wouldn't do that. Instead, my beloved Nicki, I just want to wish you the best in retirement with Mike and Moxie and stepchildren and grandchildren and all of the travel that you intend to do, all of which makes me a tiny bit resentful. I thank you so much for having been such a key figure in my professional and personal life, for showing me how to come up with a good question to study and how to truly connect to students. I love you very much, and I thank you for all that you've done, and I wish you a very, very happy retirement. With love.
1994 witnessed a number of important events. Richard Nixon died. Jeff Gillooly was convicted of attacking figure skater Nancy Kerrigan. Justin Bieber was born. And 1994 was the year that I met Nicki Beisel. I have several memories of Nicki. I remember the first time of many that I cat sat for Nicki, and she gave me explicit, detailed instructions about what to do when Toonces jumped up on the bathroom sink. I was to run the bathroom faucet at just the right speed so that it could drink properly. I also remember a time in Nicki's office discussing a dissertation chapter. I had committed some crime against academic writing, a split infinitive, a sloppy transition, passive voice, probably passive voice. And Nicki said to me something along the lines of, "You're going to have to catch these mistakes on your own. I can't break your fingers so that you can write the way that you're supposed to." And with that, I learned an important lesson about self-direction. And I was also glad that Nicki didn't have any ties to the mafia. Nicki was an ideal advisor, tough but encouraging, generous with her time and feedback. And she was supportive even in those moments when I was plagued with extreme self-doubt that's characteristic of graduate students. I think I speak for all of us on this video when we say that we wouldn't be where we are without Nicki Beisel, and we're wishing her an awesome and equestrian-filled retirement.
3 things I remember about Nicki Beisel. Her obscene fascination with her cat Tunsis. Not a single conversation could transpire with this woman without having this cat and its illnesses mentioned at least once. Then there was the vaguely pornographic Mapplethorpe-like portrait of Nicki and the cat that hung prominently in her apartment. Then there was the time that Nicki told me that one of the reasons she married her first husband had to do with the sexiness of his legs. Then there were the times, every time, in fact, one had an intellectual conversation with Nicki, and she looked you straight in the eye, took you seriously, like a grown-up, and made your argument better.